You guys ever think about automation and what it takes to actually automate things? I think you'll learn how much your life currently sucks if you're a slave to your business. So I remember when I had started one of my first businesses and I just was sitting there like a jackass and just becoming a slave to sitting there. I was making a fucking killing, but it was making me miserable because I was sitting there the whole time like, fuck, like this sucks. Like I want to do what I want when I want, and I don't want to have to babysit people. So like in terms of people out there who, if you're already a boss, that's commendable and good job. And I really think that that's great, right? I think that's great. But if you don't have automation and systems in place, you become a slave and you become your own employee, because who's going to manage all the employees? Like for example, right now I'm here in Miami. I routinely and religiously take vacations almost every couple days. I just go somewhere that I want to go. I do own property here, and I have a big real estate portfolio here, but that's more of a hobby for me than a business. So I just kind of do what I want. The reason is because I have systems. But when I didn't have any systems and I had to literally babysit everybody all the time, I felt like I was an employee, and I have never been an employee in my whole life. I've never worked for another man. I've had one job when I was 17 at Smoothie King, and I told the guy to fuck off, and I quit after about 2 days, and I was taking smoothies and making them myself because I was hungry. But besides the point, it's just about automation and having a system in place, even if you are already a boss. Ask yourself right now, if you're watching this video, if you're a boss, right? Do you have complete and total freedom, or are you your own slave? Because for me, I was starting to feel like I was my own slave. So for example, one of the first things I did is I had a scrapyard, right? Well, I was making a ton of money, but I would get there at 4 or 5 in the morning and I'd leave at 10 or 11 at night because I had to make sure that all the metal was sorted and getting picked up. So it was kind of like the money became a wash, to where I said my quality of life, and this is what I think other entrepreneurs and even people in this space or just in business in general forget about, is the whole like let's kill ourselves message to like grind, never sleep, team no sleep. That's not realistic for people to actually have a quality of life. If your quality of life is shit, but you have a ton of money, why is it that so many billionaires and millionaires commit suicide? Doesn't even make sense. Well, the stress levels are too high, right? They don't have freedom. They're not spending time with their kids. I don't know how many girls out there watching this have loved ones or little kids, children, or a spouse, but your time is completely limited. So then it starts to create other problems for you. You have relationship problems. You may even encounter money problems because, you're going to try to cover up for not spending time with them by more and more material shit. So in my opinion, if you're a true boss, you have automation. You have people to handle things for you, right? So you can do them one time the right way and deliver a clear message. Like right now, I'm not going to sit here and make this video for you guys 25 different times, right? This video is going to be played in every developed country around the world simultaneously over and over again, because I'm going to say this one time and one time only. And I don't have to keep repeating myself like a damn idiot and wasting my time. That's not me not wanting to talk to you guys. That's me being smart. So my concept is, the more of you guys that can learn from me, learn about my 20 different income streams, learn how to master life, learn how to master your time, learn how to master business, are true masters of life. Then that's when you get to enjoy life and experience life, right? I think some of us believe in an afterlife and some don't. But in this first one that I'm on, I want to make the absolute fucking most of it. I don't want to be sitting in a desk. Let me tell you guys something about me that's a secret. I'm going to share a secret with you. The secret is I cannot stand to be in an office. Bold claim, I know. But it makes me depressed. And I'm okay with telling you that, because I like to do what I want, and I like to feel the freedom of freedom and say, this is what I worked for. I'm on right now. I just got out of the gym. I'm going to go have a meeting with one of my attorneys, but I'm wearing shorts. Like I don't have to, get suited and booted to go sit down and stare at paint all day long. That to me is depressing. I think people should be able to do what they want. We're living in 2018. There's absolutely no excuse for leveraging technology and having to sit there like a damn idiot all day and micromanage tons of people. You need systems in place, and you first need to understand that you need to sacrifice sometimes or put up more capital to get automation in place so your QOL, quality of life, goes up, because that's what this is about. What is the point of having money if you're gonna be miserable? I saw this stupid meme the other day that said, I'd rather be miserable in a Ferrari than happy in a Honda. I'm not so sure that's true. But for me, I don't know. Like, to me, it was never about the money. It was about the freedom. So I'm coming from a sort of different perspective than most. But at the same token, if you're a slave to yourself, are you truly free? I guess that's relative to the person, but in my opinion, no is the answer, because you have to show up or nothing gets done. I actually know a couple billionaire friends of mine who are not free. They are totally dependent on them sitting down at their desk Monday through Friday, just as an employee would, but at a higher ticket. I don't want to be or feel like a high-paid employee. I want to feel like a true boss, right? A boss doesn't answer to anybody, though. Think about that. So a true boss, in my mind, a real boss, answers to nobody. I don't need to ask for permission. I don't need to not come in and explain why and on all these different things, because I have systems and people in place, competent people. I'm not saying you don't need competent people to execute your system, but I am saying that if you're a slave all the time to your own business, that's not freedom. You are a high-paid employee of yourself. You may even be registered as a W-2 employee by law. How does that feel? You know, it's one thing to register like that. It's another to live it. So in my mind, freedom and automation come along with success and money. You have to have them as a bundle, because to me, if I have to sit there, I don't care the amount of money. I swear, you guys can comment on this video and tell me an amount. I don't think we're going to hit an amount that's going to make me sell out to do that. And you know, I'm going to be 100% candid on this. I've tried it a couple times, obviously, in starting some of the businesses that I do have, had to do that, but I had an exit strategy. So here's my point. Aim towards automation, right? So it's not like it's going to happen overnight, but just aim toward it with a clear-cut exit strategy of, okay, I'm going to spend 4 months. I'll give you an example. I just expanded one of my offices into Houston, Texas, right? Had to be there a couple months, et cetera, et cetera. But guess what? What happened is that at the end of the day, I said, I'm going to do this for a couple months, and then I have an exit strategy so it's completely automated. Small amount of time to give up for complete automation then thereafter. So I think you guys can't hit it, possibly not all the time, right off the top of what you're doing, but at least have a set plan and an exit strategy. Say, I'm going to invest my time. My time is valuable, right? I value my time insanely high. You guys should value yours insanely high as well. And say, I'm going to do X for 3 months, or whatever your time in your head that you think is reasonable. And by that time, I have an execution date of when this part of my business is going to be automated, so my quality of life goes up by so much percentage. If you start off with that, you will literally wake up and feel better, because you know there's an ending to the game. Like, when I go to do something, I want to know, one of my biggest things I'm obsessed with is knowing the ending. I can see things. It's one of my many talents is seeing far into the future and the end result of a situation. So I say, okay, I'm going to invest 1 month of my time to get automated. And then after that, I'm going to be completely flying on autopilot, and I won't have to invest any more of my time. That's a reasonable strategy, right? I'm not being unreasonable by me or telling you guys to do that, because if you guys go and do that, you can automate. I'm not suggesting overnight automation. That doesn't work, because you're going to have to try and develop A/B split test the system to make sure the system fucking works. Like, we can't say, okay, let's automate, let it rip, and then it's not making you money, but you're not at the office either, or micromanaging. So there's going to be testing involved, but I'm saying aim towards the testing off the top. Don't make your end goal to be sitting at a desk. And I know there's going to be doubters and people out there who say, oh, I like sitting at the desk. I understand that. And even if you do, because I have friends that literally wouldn't know what to do with their life if they weren't sitting at a desk, have the option to automate. Have the option to say, you know what? It's my kid's birthday. I'm going to take him to Disney World for 2 weeks, and I'm not going to lose $1. I may even make money, and check my bank account while I'm at Disney World. That's sort of the thing. So the freedom is in your hands of what you want to do with it. I'm saying have the option of automation and aim that as your goal in starting your business or adjusting your current business.